evening. What do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Welcome to another episode of YouAreCreators podcast. I'm your host, Justin Perry, and today I am honored to present Miss Sarah Adams. Sarah is probably one of the most enlightened people I've ever met. She has an insight, a wealth of knowledge, and I know that it will serve you. To be honest, I was a bit apprehensive on releasing this interview because I wasn't sure if people were ready to receive this information, but I think they are. So stay tuned, have an open mind, and be ready to receive. Okay, welcome to YouAreCreators podcast. I have the wonderful, great Sarah Adams with us. Sarah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me onto your podcast. I'm excited for this.
Sarah, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we create reality? And if so, how?
So, you hear a lot about The Secret, and it's worldwide. Most everyone I know has read the book, The Secret. And, in The Secret, they left some things out. They left some things out that you can think all you want. And if you're just thinking thoughts with that isn't backed by energy, you're not going to get anywhere. So what you have to do is you have to bring in the cosmic energy into your body. And then when you think, that fuels and creates your reality. A lot of people are shut off from that. And they're shut off from completely creating all the thoughts that they have because they would create massive chaos in the world. So this is a secret to access that cosmic energy and then unite it with your 3D physical thoughts, and then you become the master and you create your reality. So yes, everyone is creating their reality to some level or another, but they're not creating their reality to the extent that they can if they learn these secrets.
So you said that we have to embed energy into our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, correct?
Yes, we do. So you can think all the thoughts you want in the world. If they're not backed by energy, they're not going to manifest. And this is kind of a safe-proof way for the higher-ups to keep humanity from manifesting chaos until they learn of their magical, powerful, divine abilities that they have within them. So the more energy you bring into your body via things like sun gaze and meditation, connecting to the cosmic energy that flows through everything, the more you bring in, the more that you awaken yourself and the more that you have abilities, yes, to create everything around you, a reality that's beautiful. And for me, this is important because as stated, before we started this podcast, I work with a lot of other worldly beings, and this was their message for humanity of how to bring that cosmic energy into them so that they can reach a higher level of consciousness and then channel that to heal the oceans, to heal the planet. Because planet is suffering right now. So this is one of the biggest messages right now for me that's coming through. It's about how to unite the world of energy of the spirit to the 3D physical body. And all this is divine tech. It's the ancient divine tech that a lot of people forgot how it works. And a lot of people, sadly, they're paranoid about it, or they think we live on a prison planet. They don't understand the 3D physical worlds are created to as a playground. Otherwise we get bored in the realms of the spirit.
Interesting. So planet Earth was created as a playground.
Well, yes, all the planets were. So originally all the planets were inhabited from Venus, Mars, all these different planets. And there was an interplanetary system where they traveled through stargates, through star portals, and they also did things such as astral projection. They went out of their bodies and explored other realms. They interacted with all the mythical creatures that you read about, the fairies, the elves, the gnomes. All those beings exist, and they're in the other realms. And so they were very multidimensional. Eventually, there was a cataclysm that happened, and all creation fell away from this. They fell away from their multidimensionality.
Wow. Now, question: where do you get this knowledge from? This powerful insight. Where do you get it from?
And this is going to be a very controversial statement on this planet, but it's because I'm God. And when we come to the self-realization that we're God, we access all knowledge. It's an infinite encyclopedia. So I remember every planet that I incarnated on. I remember back to 2 billion years, and I remember all of these things. And I've also been able to travel through time and space and beyond time, because there's a point where there is no time. So I have all of this coming through me because I'm God, and God is infinite, and God has infinite abilities. Thus, because I have stepped into that power of the divine within me, I also have the power of God. And this is what my message is to humanity, that they are not powerless, that they are extremely, extremely powerful, and that they're much more than the 60 years or the years that they live in this physical body. And just like we put on clothes, we put on these bodies, and we've had many lifetimes on other planets, and we've had many lifetimes in other dimensions, and we're infinite, and there's really nothing to fear in the end, and we have the power to heal everything, and we're God.
You know, that truth really rattles, you know, like a lot of people's, you know, belief system, because religion has taught us otherwise. And humans, we have been, you know, really inundated with religion. And in my personal opinion, that has kind of stunted our growth, our spiritual growth, because it's, yeah. What do you think about that?
I believe, yes. I believe that, you know, when humanity stopped looking on the inside, and God is the energy that keeps this physical body alive. Without that energy, this physical body would be dead. And that energy flows through everything. It flows through the rivers, through the planet. It's everywhere. And yes, we have on this planet, specifically this planet in this solar system, people have forgot their divinity, and they judge themselves and others. And it's almost even, you know, they always think that they're sinners or that they've sinned, and they're creating this web, this false web of negative, dense energy, because every time you judge yourself, every time you're hateful, every time you're angry, every time you're not clearing those emotions out of your system, that creates this web. And this planet is in this web of dense energies that they've created. And eventually, you know, we have wars that happen too, because of the fact that all the energy that's coming up to be healed and cleared, and it's creating such turmoil and chaos energetically on the planet. And instead of facing it and clearing it, it causes people to create wars or to harm and hurt each other. So this is another reason why we have wars. So yes, a lot of people live in what I call the false matrix system. So there's the real divine matrix system, which connects us all, which is this flow and energy, and they're connected into the one that they created up via all their unhealed issues and all the unhealed things for the last couple thousand years on this planet. And it's a very dense energy matrix system that needs to be cleansed and cleared out and cleansed off this planet so that this planet can ascend. And this is something that's currently playing out, and that's why you have all the chaos right now in the world. Interesting.
So how can we raise the vibration of the planet collectively, Sarah?
We have to access what I call our divine selves, our Christ selves, our Savior selves. You know, we read of stories of Buddha and of Christ. Of course, religion it's completely twisted, but there's always truth in everything, because the divine comes through. The divine comes through on your television. The divine comes through even your voice. You know, it comes through all around, trying to wake us up, and it comes through even fiction that we watch on TV. The divine is constantly saying, "Here I am. You know, I don't want you to suffer anymore. If you tap into me, you have this ultimate power, and you know." Tap into me. So the thing is that with like Jesus and Buddha, there's some truth in that. So Jesus never wanted to be worshipped. Jesus wanted to say, hey, I achieved access in the power of God.
Right.
You know, Jesus never wanted churches or statues or paintings. Jesus wanted you to access God, Christ within yourself, and use that, you know, to channel it, to heal the world and to heal yourselves. And this is such a huge message right now in the world, where we are relying on religions and on politics and on others. You know, we just need to stop and cleanse and clear all that stuff out of our mind, kind of just put it on the back burner, go sit out in nature and start to really, really look within ourselves and connect to the divine and cosmic energy that's flowing through all. And we can do that more in nature. And once we do, you know, there's other methods. We can do plant medicine. We can see shamans. We need to clear all those layers and come back to our core selves. Our core selves, it's extremely powerful. I can't even express to you. And we have superpowers.
Absolutely. So what are these superpowers, Sarah?
So, okay. That Christ had power over the elements. He could tell the ocean and the storms to calm themselves, and they would listen.
Right.
And there are things I will not say because they're very controversial right now, but I have abilities that are extraordinary, and I have nurtured them, and I've used them to help quite a few people out. And I've taught people. I teach a lot of my clients how to access these abilities. And I have clients right now that are speaking to different ET councils, the Council of Light, and they're getting instructions from these councils to help heal the planet, to help heal the oceans. This is part of my mission on this planet. So we have extraordinary abilities to speak to other beings, to access other dimensions. We also have the abilities to heal the pollution on this planet. So we have polluted oceans, we have polluted skies, and look at the word pollution, by the way, pole and ion. So ion, it's the polar opposite. The ion, it starts spinning the polar opposite. That creates pollution. So we have the ability to tell ions or energy how to spin. I can sit here and I can spin a person's Merkaba. I can spin their chakra system and they'll feel it. I have clients across the world and they feel it. So we can go ahead and we can tell energy how to channel, so we can alchemically all together join and see the divine is very fair. And it wouldn't just give that power to one of us. It wants us to all rise up into our Christ selves and join together. And then we can go ahead and focus our energy, and we can transform that dense, what's almost like black, dark energy of pollution in the oceans into this gold energy. That's the alchemy of, you know, you hear about how they transform lead into gold. I think it was lead, right? That's it. Lead is such a dense energy. It's about transforming that negative, dense energy into gold energy, and that will help enlighten the planet. That's going to heal the oceans. That's going to heal the skies and the pollution in the skies. This is something that the ETs have been telling me. They've been saying, stress to humanity, tell them that they need to access the Christ self within and then channel that power to heal the planet and themselves. And they've been intensely telling me this almost every day. And
wow.
And they're like, we're here. Okay. So once people become multidimensional, they can speak to us, and we'll also give them instructions on what to do. And then we'll help them with what they need. And we are here, and we're going to do everything it takes to help out your planet. And we're going to go ahead and even, you know, when it comes to, those who are doing good on the planet who refuse to change, they're going to bring up their karmic books, so they have to face their shadows, so that they're taking care of that while they come in to help the masses out.
Wow, that is a lot of information, Sarah.
It's you know what? Like I said, it's just I came from it's been in here for the last couple of weeks, and it's coming out.
You seem like a very, very dynamic energy, to the point where I'm questioning if you are actually from here, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I'm not from this planet at all, but I am from this planet because I've had a lot of lives out of this realm. Well, not lives. I've had a lot of where I was in other realms, and then I have had lives in the 3D realms too. So I've lived on Venus. I've also lived on Mars. I've lived on a couple of different planets. I've been in the temples on Venus for quite a bit of time. I remember, I think it was like up to 1,000 years in Earth time, but I have a problem with time too, because I don't live in time. So it's very interesting because I never know what day it is. So I have to ask everyone around me what time or day it is, because I don't live in time. So I just chose to come to Earth to kind of be a portal and download. They told me that they needed basically, this is their grand plan for humanity, is that people learn how to become multidimensional. Then we open stargates. So I can open stargates. They literally can open a stargate and beings can come through. So I'm opening stargates for the higher realms to come, the beings from the higher realms to come through. So this is something that I'm doing. So this was part of my like life path on with coming in a body, is to come down here and anchor and open those portals so that they could come through and actually help the earth when it was needed. So, and they were telling me to teach people how to do this, how to open portals in their cities, so that, because there's a lot of dense energy in cities, so that that dense energy can be cleansed and cleared, and they will help out with that.
Interesting, Sarah. You know, this conversation may seem crazy to a lot of people because we have a common knowledge that we are alone in the universe. I don't know why we think that, but like a lot of us do. So when you talk about ETs and knowledge from other places, a lot of people might think, oh my goodness, this is crazy talk, but it isn't.
Well, everybody's been quarantined. So this is the thing. Humans are so powerful. In fact, they're not actually humans. Everybody thinks that they just have this body. They've been ETs. They've had many other bodies because everyone's eternal. Humans, well, in this body right now, people have been quarantined on this planet until they ascend back into their multidimensional selves. Once they ascend back into the multidimensional self, then they are allowed to speak to other beings. But you're not allowed to go these places when you have all of the unhealed energies running through you, because that would create chaos in the other realms and in the higher realms. So people are quarantined until they actually, become the masters, the pilots of themselves, rather than being the co-pilots. And we have millions of co-pilots out there. And this is, they're co-pilots, and they don't even know how to take care of themselves, take care of those around them, and take care of their planet. So right now they're quarantined until they actually go and do the work. And that really means space in yourself. And that means, clearing out those energies and clearing out the ancestral karma from wars and from all of our ancestors who have been through suppression and who have been through destruction, and also getting in tune with ourselves and just really get to know ourselves. And then, bringing in the cosmic energies via the magic of DNA, which DNA is as a tower that collects the cosmic energy. So you spin your DNA and it collects the cosmic energy and channels that into us. And that's what Jacob's ladder in the Bible was about. When he walked up the ladder to the realm of the angels, he had activated his DNA and walked up there. And you can go into other realms via activating your DNA. So these are just a few of the things. And they've just discovered that yes, there's energy in the body that keeps alive. In the future, they're going to discover that we're much more than this. We have a soul. Then they're going to discover the realms of the spirits. And I believe that that's going to happen quite soon.
Interesting. So I wonder when they're going to tell us or disclose to us that we're not alone in the universe, because I think that knowledge is really important.
It's important for the future of this planet.
Right.
And it is very important for the future of this planet. It's the only thing that is going to heal this planet, and that's going to help appease the chaos before we go to war on this planet via destructive, weapons that were created from the fears and from the unhealed trauma of mankind.
So some people believe that these ETs are already walking among us. Some are like hybrids. Can you talk about that?
There's all sorts of creation. So yes, there are ETs that have descended into human bodies. Nikola Tesla was one.
Right.
And there's different names for them. Some people call them gods, archangels, ETs. It's all the same in the end, by the way. So Nikola Tesla was one, Leonardo da Vinci was another one. There's a lot of beings like this. But again, you have to realize is that humanity is just as advanced. They haven't yet tapped into God force, cosmic force, to understand that these beings tap into that cosmic force, and they wanted to bestow that knowledge upon humanity. So yes, a lot of them have come to Earth, and they have come to try to awaken humanity and humans to that inner divine power, so that they can also achieve, the enlightenment they have achieved.
I remember on an interview, you stated that we can raise the vibration of the planet by raising our energy.
Yes.
How is that possible?
because each planet is a spirit. See, the physical realm that you see now, matter, what is called matter, when energy is condensed, it creates matter. So the planet that you're walking on is actually condensed energy. Every object on this planet is condensed energy. So the ocean is less condensed energy. Do you get how that works? The more condensed, the more it makes a solid object.
Got you.
So each planet is a spirit. In fact, it's an ancient spirit. And these ancient spirits, you know, they graciously agreed to have other spirits live upon them, aka us, humanity. And we are disrespecting the realm of the spirit. We're disrespecting the spirits that allow us to live on them, that allow us to swim in their rivers and their oceans. This is something that is, this is something right now that is a big problem on this planet. So we need to reconnect to the realm of the spirits and understand we're also spirits, and that everything is spirit. It's just condensed energy, and energy is spirit. So we can lift our frequency via a few techniques. And I like doing what I call visualization, imagination to do this, visualization meditation, because, you know, when you see something, you register it into your physical when you see it with your eyes. So I like making people and visualize, like, okay, let's say they have a lot of worries and a lot of sadness and a lot of past trauma. They visualize putting into this bubble, that bubble burning into nothing. And this is very good for them because it literally makes them, it registers in the subconscious mind. It also clears the energy field, and it registers in the physical mind. So then I get them to go ahead and just visualize gold energy, lighten up their cells, their organs. And I do a lot of techniques like this, and it works well. I've seen people heal, people access telepathy, people access other dimensions, doing a lot of these techniques. And so we have the ability, the same way we can channel that gold energy into our body, into our organs, and that completely replenishes them and lights us up into higher frequencies. We can also visualize gold energy pouring into the earth, because the earth is a spirit and she's struggling right now. She needs healing, and we need to heal her energy field and heal our own energy field. So once we heal our energy field by bringing in enough cosmic energy, we need to go ahead and start working on the earth. So we can channel energy. We can even, you know, there's some secrets here that I want to talk about today. Okay. And secrets I haven't put out on any other interview. So I think a lot of people are going to find them very, very interesting and maybe very useful to them.